Hey, what's going on and what's up to everyone out there following me? I know it has been a minute since I have done a update of my debt. So I wanted to take some time today just to walk through where I'm currently at. It's been about 6 months so far in the year. Well, we're in July. So anyway, so yeah, 6 months. So mid year check in. I just want to check in and just give everyone an update of the debts I paid off, how I'm progressing on my debt, and if I'm going to hit my target of being debt free by end of the year. So my goal was December of 2017, by the end of December, to have all of my debt paid off. So anyway, I'm going to jump into it. Gonna do a quick ScreenFlow video. I don't think I've done this yet, just outlining all of my debts that I've paid off so far. So I have a whole, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the process of how it works. So one thing to keep in mind, this is a good tip to make sure that a debt is actually paid off. Once you pay off a debt, you get a letter from your provider, your student loan provider. I would assume it's the same with credit cards. I don't have any credit card debt, so I'm not sure. I know it's the same with cars as well. Once you pay a debt off, you get a letter that just basically says paid in full. It says your debt has been paid off and you no longer have a balance. I would definitely check if you've paid off a debt recently and you don't get that letter. I would definitely follow up on it. Majority of the loans that I paid off have been fairly quick, within less than 30 days. The most recent one I paid off did take about almost 2 months for them to send the letter out. So after about 30 days, I reached out to them and I was like, hey, just wanted to confirm that my balance is paid for all the loans. They emailed back and just said, yes, it is confirmed. Looked at your account, you don't have a balance and your loans are confirmed. And they just notified me that they take a little bit longer to send the letter. They did send the letters in. There were several loans, student loans, just kind of grouped together that I paid off. So they sent me the letter and they did confirm that it is paid off. So that's just the key. Make sure you get that. If you pay a debt off, you don't want anyone coming back in a couple of years or having anything ding your credit in a couple of months saying that you didn't pay off a loan that you paid off. So always keep records of those. But anyway, enough of me rambling. Let's jump into the video. Okay, so let's jump into it. So this is an example. Well, actually, these are actual letters that I got stating that I have paid off my loan. So I will go through each one of them individually, just detailing that I paid it off and the amount. So let me pull up the first one. Well, it's here. So this is the very first loan. If you've been following me, this was the one, I believe the balance was right around 22,000. The original balance though was around, hold on real quick, it should be down here. Yeah, this was the original balance. It was 19,000. Took this loan out in 2006. So it is coming up on 11 years this month. Anyway, I paid this one off, as you can see, back in March. That was the first one I paid off. The next one I paid off here. This one was with another student loan provider. This was with Ed Financial Services. Okay, so there were several with this one, and I'll do just a summary at the end of the amount that I paid off total. So this specific one was loan number one. I paid off $26,025. This is the congratulations letter, basically just saying that it's paid in full, confirming that I don't owe any more payments, and if I have any questions, to let them know. So that is that one. The next one, I have another one. There's quite a few with them. The next one was loan number two in Group A, and I paid off $3,500 with this one. Again, you will see that it is paid in full. This is just the confirmation letter confirming that it has been paid in full. Last but not least, actually this is the third one, another one I had with them, $5,500 is what I paid. Again, this is the letter that just confirms that the balance has been paid and I don't owe anything. Also here, the black squares, I just have them blocked out because I have my personal information blocked out there. And this is the last one here. I paid off $27.50 with this one. So again, same thing. Letter just says congratulations, loan has been paid in full. And then I think I have here is just the final letter here that just, this isn't a letter, but this is a printout that I had just in case I was going to do a video earlier. But this is just to break down, just shows that there's zero balance, there's nothing I owe. Payment history, obviously I was just paying the original monthly payment on here, and then I used, when I got more aggressive and I paid off the bigger loan, then I was able to put more towards it. So this is what I paid in April, and I paid $11,000 in May to get it paid off. So yeah, this one took a little while. The other one I got pretty quick back, like within 30 days. This one took about a month and a half, 2 months for me to get the information saying that it was paid off. So yeah, that is my loans. Oh yeah, again, this is just a breakdown of each one. Says that, you know, the original balance I owe, what I owe now, interest on each, and when I borrow the loans. As you can see, most of my loans are owed. I took some time. Obviously, some of this time I was in college, so I wasn't paying on them. But yeah, so that is the debt breakdown. Again, I think I've paid, well, I know I've paid about $43,000 so far of debt so far. I have around, well, actually, let me pull it up real quick and I will just let me just pull up my spreadsheet and I'll show you the breakdown. 1 second. Okay, so I have my debt. This is just a little spreadsheet that I've been using to track all of my debt, so I can walk you guys through month by month just to show you where I'm at. So these are obviously all the loans that I have highlighted here. This is where I was at when I started in January after I've made payments. Obviously these balances were a little bit higher. I don't know where I had the balances here. But anyway, so this just gives you the breakdown of the loans and then just me paying them off. So obviously I attacked this one here. The balances are right around 22,000 actually for this one to start out. Then I knocked it down. I put a big payment in January here to knock it down to 16,000. And then I put another big payment in February to knock it down to 6. And then I just paid off the balance here in March. So this one, there's no balance there because it's paid off. I was originally doing a debt avalanche during the process, but after I paid this one off, it was kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like I paid it off and I was expecting, I don't know, to feel some type of way or feel great or some excitement, but nothing really changed. So I was like, okay, I'll just I'll switch back to the snowball method. So I kind of did a hybrid version of my debt payoff during the process. That's the reason why this one still has a balance on it, obviously. So I knocked out the smaller ones and I just wanted to keep some momentum going. So I started knocking these guys out here. So these are the other ones that I highlighted where I got the letters back from. So Ed Financial. So I knocked this one out first just because these two were about the same. So I could have won either one, but this one had a higher interest, didn't really make a difference. And it had a higher interest and it was the only loan that I had with FedLoan. So I had two grouped up, so I just knocked it out. That way I didn't have to flip back and forth between services. Then from there, I went through and I just knocked out these two groups here. Obviously what I had listed there. I used some of the money that I had left over here in March and applied it towards here. So I just knocked out the remaining in May here, the 11,000 I had. So that just leaves me, as you can see, the balance was right around 70, 57, 50, 44, 32, and 31. If you've been following my videos, give or take interest, this math should be somewhere within the area of my debt payoff videos. As you can see, I have 2 loans left, which is about a total of $31,000. I haven't paid, obviously I haven't paid July's. Hit June here. Nope, don't want that to be red. We'll make that black. Change the font color. There we go. Obviously, I don't have July's on here. I will do that at the end of the month, or the next time I do one of these videos. I would just do something similar where I show this spreadsheet. This is just a clear view, a one-sheet view where I can just see where all my debt is at. So that leaves me with about $31,000. Obviously, that's going to go down once July is paid. If I'm looking at just from June to mid-month or mid-year check-in, I'm at $31,647. So if I look at just my projection when I started, if I want to do it with 12 months and have my goal of being debt-free by the end of December, I would have needed to be month 6. I would have needed to be right around here at $37,000 and have paid around $39,000. I've paid around $43,000 so far, and that puts me around, at around $31,000. So I think I'm pretty good. So far, I'm a little bit ahead. Obviously, I didn't make as big of a splash in June just because I was trying to just kind of figure out where the situation. I knew there were going to be some changes with my job. Well, I didn't know. I just had a feeling. So something just told me, even though I had an emergency fund, like, hey, hold off in June and kind of see how things have played out. Luckily, I'm working remotely now. I'm doing fully contract work, so I'm relying on my contract income. I was able to lock in my previous employer with contract work, so I have still a pretty decent amount of income coming in. That gives me the opportunity to focus on growing contract work on the side. So I'm still feeling pretty good. I should have my debt paid off. I'm still progressing pretty good. So I'm still on pace to hit my goal of having my debt paid off by the end of December. I will start getting a little bit more aggressive like I was at the beginning of the year to get my debt paid off starting in July. Just wanted to kind of get my situation stable, or just kind of know where I was heading just in case I needed to slow down a little bit on my debt. I still paid, almost a little bit over $1,000, $1,200, $1,300 in June anyway. So it wasn't like I stopped completely. I just went a little bit more conservative with what I was paying the previous month. So I wasn't paying big payments down on it. So I'm still progressing pretty good. I would do another check-in maybe in the end of the third quarter. I'll just do another check-in just of my debt breakdown and where I'm at. All right, so you just saw my mid-year check-in video of my debt. So hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully I did a good job of breaking it down, answered any questions. Again, if you guys have any comments, please drop them below. Thank you guys again for the support. It really holds me accountable, and thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please click the subscribe button and make sure you click the little bell if you subscribe. That way you get notifications whenever I put out a new video. Thank you guys, and see you guys next time.